We continue our coverage of a solemn anniversary, 1 year since those devastating wildfires ripped through Oklahoma, leaving hundreds of homes and thousands of acres of land destroyed.
We want to welcome Annie Best, Oklahoma's Director of Emergency Management. Thanks for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.
Oh, thanks for having me on.
Those fires obviously prompted a massive response. What part of the response stands out to you the most in your position?
You know, a year later, I just think and am so full of gratitude every day for the volunteers. The response that night, I remember being at the State Emergency Operations Center with the governor and just thinking through how many people stepped up. And then the next day, really thanking the community, the individuals that stepped up afterwards to help begin the recovery in these areas when they didn't have to. But the Oklahoma Standard just showed through so much for us that day.
Oh, the governor's home was impacted by some of these fires.
That's true.
And he was critical of the aftermath of the disaster. He created a task force to make some recommendations. What recommendations did you feel were best in that situation?
You know, I was part of that task force, and the people that came to the table represented everyone we needed to be represented in that conversation to make sure that we could avoid some of these tragedies moving forward. You know, we can't prevent everything, but I think one of the things that stuck with me was we had the Farm Bureau and Oklahoma State University and others that could talk about the natural side of mitigation from fires. We had volunteer firefighters, wildfire task force members, emergency managers. And I think by and large, you know, there's buckets of things we need to do. But first and foremost, it's keeping that group working together. That wasn't the end of something. That was the beginning of something. And that's the most encouraging thing. I think in our state's long history of these fires that we should all be encouraged by is the conversation's certainly not done, and we improve every single day.
I'd like to ask a question about the volunteer firefighters here in our state. They do so much, they cover so much ground, many times with limited resources. What's your best advice for them in order to maybe get more resources or things that may be available to them that they don't know about?
You know, I think it's a conversation certainly at the state level to provide some continued investment and try to think through how we can not only encourage you know, repairing the resources that they lose and making sure they can maintain them, but also how we can recruit more volunteer firefighters through various incentives that would encourage that participation. I fully believe that we have the helpers in this state, and you know, I think that we're trying to do a really good job of repairing equipment, lost fire trucks, et cetera, and repairing those resources that are lost, but also understanding that we need to work together to make sure they do have what they need. Because again, as you mentioned, they are, you know, overcapacitated, and they're our first line of defense every single time.
Yeah, it does take a group effort for sure. I mean, we're talking state, local, and sometimes federal agencies.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you so much, Annie, for joining us. We really appreciate you being here with us today.
Sure do. You have a unique perspective. Thank you. Yes, for sure. We'll get back to you, and let's hope we don't talk too soon, but we'll talk to you in the future.
Absolutely. We appreciate it.